Alex Clarke from Denison Yachting, and today I'm coming to you from the crystal clear waters of the Bahamas, where I'm going to showcase to you LOON, the 47.5 meter tri-deck built by one of the most prestigious builders in North America, Christensen Shipyard. Considering the volume that LOON has being a tri-deck, we're essentially going to break her down deck by deck, starting at the Sundeck. You have lounge areas, jacuzzi, full bar, and multiple areas for dining. Jumping one level down, you have the upper deck, which consists of the Sky Lounge, which is the most popular indoor space, as well as Mission Control or the Wheelhouse. And then we're going to showcase to you the main deck, which consists of the main salon, formal dining inside, your most popular dining area on board, which is going to be your aft deck, and then all the way forward is your master cabin. Also strategically placed on the main deck is your galley. This is centrally located to assure you the best possible service on board. We're going to complete our tour on the lower deck. This consists of machine spaces. All the way aft, you're going to have your engine room and Lazaret, and forward of that, your living accommodations, both for the crew and guests. 4 of the 6 guest accommodations are found on the lower deck, all with a zen-like feel that'll satisfy even the pickiest guest. In recent years, there's been substantial investment into LOON, keeping her in top condition, the most extensive being a 19-month refit that was completed in 2017. Since purchasing her in 2018, the current owner has continued those investments with upgrades done on an annual basis. Some of the more notable upgrades that have been done on board are both her engines and generators have been overhauled, and in 2018 she was upgraded with Naiad zero-speed stabilizers. A few interior upgrades is that her cabins have actually been reconfigured so that she can properly accommodate 12 guests in 6 cabins. Typically in our walkthroughs we don't mention price because it's a moving target, but in regards to LOON, I think it's worth mentioning at that sub $10 million price range, she's one of the best values on the market. Expanding on that value, I want to highlight that since purchasing her in 2018, the current owner has offered LOON on the charter market, and she's been close to cash flow positive in recent years, which in my opinion definitely adds value for those clients looking to counter the majority of their annual operating costs. The goal of owning a yacht like this is essentially to give you and your family lifelong memories. The yacht obviously plays a key role in that, but so do the tenders, the toys, the crew, and the overall experience you're going to have spending time on board. When you combine the selection of toys on board, exterior deck spaces, zen-like feeling of the interior decor with a high level of service, the end result is the perfect platform to provide memories that'll last a lifetime. With all that being said, we're going to now take you through the boat, level by level, starting at the Sundeck. Starting all the way forward on the Sundeck, you have your upper helm, highlighted with 3 captain's chairs. From here, you're going to have the best view when underway to really take in all the sights. Immediately after the upper helm, you're going to have your first lounge area with a centerline sun pad. Outboard of the sun pad to the port side is going to be a sitting area. Continuing aft to port is your dining area, and to starboard, exterior deck furniture. The centerpiece to the Sundeck, and one of the most popular gathering areas on board, is your jacuzzi, complemented with a bar to starboard. All the way back aft is a multi-purpose space. It can be enjoyed for lounging, or with the davit located to port, you can carry multiple jet skis. Heading down the stairs located to the starboard side, we're going to end up on the bridge deck aft. The bridge deck aft is one of my favorite spaces on board. Great for enjoying the view. It has a wet bar located to port, and forward of that, a large sliding glass door that opens to the Sky Lounge. The highlight of the Sky Lounge is the full-service bar located to port. In this area, you have a sink, 2 refrigerator freezer drawers, and everything your bartender needs to give you perfect service. Opposite the bar, you have a card table, and then forward of this, a lounge area. All the way forward in the Sky Lounge is a flush-mounted TV. One of many on board where you can enjoy the Solstice media system on board that has an expansive movie and music library. One of the highlights of both the Sky Lounge and the main salon are going to be the large windows you're going to find both the port and starboard. And to give you an idea of the volume of LOON, there's still space to have full walkarounds on both decks. Moving forward from the Sky Lounge, you're going to have the staircase that leads down to the main deck. And forward, you're going to have a day head and access to your wheelhouse. Immediately stepping into the wheelhouse, the first thing that you're going to notice is how spacious it is. All the way forward, you have your aft rake windows, and below that, all of your navigation equipment, which is highlighted by 2 large radars, multiple flat screen monitors for your navigation equipment, ship systems, and cameras. Centerline, you have 3 captain's chairs, and to port and starboard, 2 doors that lead to the exterior and your wing stations. A great space for the owner and guests to interact with the crew is a centerline raised settee back aft with table. All the way to port is your captain's cabin ensuite. Two of the toys that really elevate the guest experience on board the yacht is going to be a 27-foot custom Fun Air slide and a 40-foot sea pool beach club developed by Fun Air specifically for LOON. What I love about the sea pool is it actually expands the square footage for guests to enjoy on the water. It's great for lounging, docking jet skis, tenders, and your sea bobs. When you're done and heading to your next anchorage, you can pick up your 4 jet skis and store them on the bow. And for longer passages, you're going to keep all 4 of them up on your Sundeck. As for storage for the rest of your water toys, including the extensive dive gear and fishing equipment, LOON has a massive Lazaret area located just aft of the engine room. Another piece of equipment that's housed in the Lazaret is our shore power converter. Forward and starboard of the Lazaret is your engineer's control room. Opposite to port, you're essentially going to have your engineer's workspace. Stepping forward through a watertight door, you enter the engine room. The engine room is highlighted by twin Deutz 604 BV12 2200 horsepower engines, which have both been overhauled. Outboard of your engines are twin 99 kW generators, which have also been rebuilt. With a total of 4,400 horsepower, LOON has a top speed of 17 knots, a cruising speed of 14 knots, and considering she holds 11,000 gallons of diesel, she has an expansive range. From here, we're going to start covering the main deck, starting all the way back aft. To me, the aft deck is where you're going to start your day. You're going to get up, head out here, enjoy your breakfast, talk to the captain and crew to really plan your day. All the way forward to port is a wet bar that's complete with sink and refrigerator. Over on your starboard side, you have stairs that lead up to your upper deck. From here, follow me inside. We're going to show you the main salon. All the way back aft is the largest lounge area on board. You have 4 captain's chairs and forward-facing settee. Just forward of this, you have a large credenza with pop-up TV that also doubles as a buffet, great for serving food family style. The dining area seats up to 12 guests and is highlighted by a butcher block table. Heading forward to starboard, you enter the main foyer on board with central staircase that leads down to the 4 guest accommodations, which we'll come back to later, or up to the Sky Lounge. From here, let's check out the centrally located galley. This is one of the finest galleys you're going to find on a yacht this size. It's a true chef's galley, highlighted by a large island, and upgraded KitchenAid and Viking appliances. Combining the location of the galley with the layout provides a commercial grade platform for true silver service and some of the best meals you're going to have on board a yacht. Leaving this area, we're going to pass a set of double doors I'll come back to in a moment and head down into the crew accommodations. Your main common area in the crew accommodations is located to port, where you'll find your crew mess and kitchenette. Back aft of the crew mess is a commercial grade laundry facility. Directly across from this is a chef's dream, a double walk-in refrigerator freezer. Forward of this to starboard is an equally large second crew mess. Stepping forward from here, you enter the crew companionway, where you have 4 separate crew cabins, all of which are bunk configurations and en-suites. Heading back up to the main deck, we go back to those double doors. This is the first of 6 guest cabins and what the crew refers to as cabin 6. This guest accommodation, like all others, is an ensuite. Continuing forward to starboard, you pass through the main foyer and you reach the main deck dayhead. Forward from here, you enter the full beam master cabin, which really has a zen-like feeling to it. The decor and open, uncluttered layout contribute to that calming feeling when entering this space. You have a centerline king berth, satin finished woods, neutral fabrics, and here you really take notice of that almost 7-foot headroom that you find on every deck on LOON. Both the port and starboard, you have large oval-shaped windows and a relaxing sitting area to port. The forward-facing bulkhead has his and hers hanging lockers and centerline flush-mounted TV. All the way forward in the cabin, you have access to the ensuite, both the port and starboard. The master ensuite is highlighted by a large soaking tub, shower, and his and hers sinks. From here, follow me down the central staircase where I'll show you the final 4 guest accommodations. The first stop down here is your starboard aft guest accommodation. The highlight of this space is a forward-facing king berth, and forward to starboard is your ensuite. Opposite of this cabin to port is what I would consider your VIP. You have a forward-facing king berth, outboard of that, a vanity, and forward, a more expansive ensuite with large rain shower. Stepping back into the companionway and heading forward are your final 2 guest cabins. To port, you have an outboard facing queen berth, and all the way forward, the ensuite. Directly across from that is your final guest cabin, which has an outboard facing queen berth as well, and all the way forward, the ensuite. The great flexibility of 3 of these 4 cabins is that these queen and king berths actually separate into twin berths, thus catering to multiple different types of guest parties on board. Touching on the importance on a high level of service on board, behind this door is a secret companionway that connects the crew mess with the guest accommodations. This allows the crew to service this area without ever being seen. If you'd like to receive additional information or to arrange a private showing on board, feel free to contact me, Alex Clarke of Denison Yachting, at any time.